Hello programmers, hope you all are doing well. I'm Vikas Tiwari and welcome to Programmers Mode. In today's video we will pick some points and we will discuss them in detail. Now about what points I'm talking, let me list them. Points like what an API is, what makes it different, and what would you need to build one yourself. For sure I will try my best to put light on each point. So let's dive into it. Let's talk about API. Firstly, API stands for Application Programming Interface. This picture will help you more to relate whatever I am going to say. The API is not the database or even the server. It is the code that governs the access point or points for the server. In simple terms, it is an access point to an app that can access a database. Here we will talk specifically about web-based APIs. That is, when a request is made by a client, API will return data in response to it. It allows us to get data from outside resources. Means we can request API to get the information we want. The example to this is share on Facebook button or say like on Twitter or sign up with Facebook button. On miscellaneous website, when you click on these buttons, the site you are visiting can communicate with your respective account and alter its data by adding new status. But why would we need an API? Suppose you want to access another app's data or functionality from your application or web browser, that is your client. For example, you want to access all Twitter tweets that mention the Programmers Mode hashtag. Now there are two ways to do so. First approach is you email Twitter and ask for the spreadsheet of all these tweets and import that into your application. But as you know, soon it will become outdated. Then to catch up on that and keep that data updated, you have to repeat the process after some interval of time. Let's talk about second approach. Let's say Twitter provides an API to you to query all the data and keep it up to date. You are just required to embed it in your application. And it's efficient too. Now, who creates public web-based APIs? In simple terms, from large tech companies to any person who collect data and want to make it available for use by a different apps. Yes, you can also build one like that yourself. But here, point to note is that it's not similar to JSON. APIs and JSON are two different things. But now what is JSON? JSON is basically a way of representing data that looks like JavaScript objects, where it stands for JavaScript Object Notation. Now let's talk about how you can build an API. Building an API requires a little bit knowledge of server-side application programming and routing, such as JavaScript Express, Ruby on Rails, and so on. Now, in order to build an API, you are required a backend with routing, a database where your data can be stored, and a server, say likely AWS, Azure, or say Google Cloud. You can add APIs in your application to extend the functionality of your application. Read documentation of respective API that you want to use and explore more. And surely we know that there are some free APIs to use and then there are some paid APIs to use. Hope so now you got a better understanding so far and it was helpful for you. For today that is all. We will meet again in next video with an interesting topic. Until then, take care and thanks for listening.